a button. I'm ready. I'm mad as hell right now, but I'm ready, Joe. Let's do this.
Oh,
All right, sounds good.
We about to have a great show today. That's why I wish everybody was
Okay,
on time, but I'm sorry. Go ahead, kick it off, Joe.
okay, Joe.
I'm sorry.
We don't Joe.
That's that
I'm gonna
Chicago.
get you. I'm gonna get you. You don't realize people just heard you say that because we are live, and this is the Irish Podcast episode 37. It's been a long time, but we are back with a big motherfucking bang. I'm gonna tell you that right now. We were gone. People fuck with us, but we're back because we don't stay down. All right. I am the Titanfall Princess, your Irish girl gamer. This is the Irish Podcast. But enough about me. We're going to have the panel introduce themselves and tell us what they've been playing. Okay, before they get started, I'm going to tell you what I've been playing because sometimes I always forget. I played a little bit of Grim Fandango and Bully. Okay, I've been playing a little of the DLC for Mafia 3. I also just recently beat Daylight, Evil Within 2, and Super Mario 3D World on Wii U. So that's what I've been doing, plus a lot of other games in between. So, guys, let's introduce yourself. Frozen, you start.
What's up? Thanks for having me. I've been playing. Actually, I finished Mario Rabbids. Check out my real review. Did that on Monday. I finished Mario Odyssey, the game of the year, in my opinion.
Nice.
Finished that. Been playing some Mario Kart. I went back to I Am Setsuna. I'm playing through that. I finished up Dragon Quest Builders. Just going around through the backlog. I kind of been saving up, not really buying anything. Stuff can sit on the shelf. Black Friday ads are coming out early. We can probably talk about that later. But yeah.
Okay. Craig Harris.
oh yes, ma'am. Craig Harris, the Pope of Xbox, is back in the house. And, I've been playing Life is Strange, the first one on the Xbox. Arguably one of the best written games I've ever played. I'm really engrossed in that story. Let's see, Hellblade on the PlayStation, Wolfenstein, Assassin's Creed. Check them all out, guys. You can't go wrong with none of those games. That's what I've been on.
That's true. And then we got Mr. Corleone.
Yeah, what's going on, man? It's Mr. Corleone, aka Nino Brown, just had to cancel a bitch. And that's really what's been going on. I'm very heated right now, but I'm good. I'm glad to be back. I hope y'all is ready because we got a lot of shit to talk about and we own it. I've been playing everything. Destiny 2, South Park, Cuphead. I mean, we ain't gonna get on the King Dice. We ain't even gonna get on King Dice because that motherfucker is on my most wanted list. This weekend he going down. I'm tired of Cuphead, but I love that game. What else I've been playing? I play NBA Live 18. I bought that shit, Joe. And I can't beat the Timberwolves. That's another story. Make sure y'all go to my channel, check out everybody that's on the panel, and we ready, man. Let's do it. I'm playing everything. I'm playing Call of Duty right now, so shit. I'm playing everything.
I thought you were done. You just didn't.
Nah,
I can tell you're not in the right frame of mind.
Man, we ain't had no podcast for a while, man. I had a lot of shit.
So you hyped. You hyped as a motherfucker.
I had to cancel a bitch, man. Motherfucker talking, man. I had the Nino Brown champagne her ass. Like, bye.
Oh shit.
That's why I'm late.
Well, guys, just so you know, we have two other people that are probably going to jump in and going to be late. They couldn't make it in time. They had some other obligations. So, but they should be jumping in. And before I get started and talking, I just want to let you all know I am here, but your girl caught a head cold. Okay. People passing their germs, sneezing in the air without covering themselves and doing all that. So I got a head cold right now. So I ain't feeling too well, but I said I was not going to cancel this podcast at all. Okay. It was not going to happen. People tried to bring us down, but I don't stay down. I don't care if I'm sick or not. But before I get started on my first rant, I just noticed that Freeze popped in the house. Frizz popped in the house. Sorry, that was my medication. What's up, Fizz?
No, that's good. Hey, how's it going? Rambo's here too.
Introduce yourself and tell everybody what you've been playing.
Hey, I'm Fizz, just like she said. Been playing a ton of Mario Odyssey, Call of Duty, just normal stuff. I've been a little busy, but that's what I've been doing with my time. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, well, welcome aboard.
Thanks.
Sorry, I just had to take a sip because my throat is dry. Now, these people, I hate people with germs, man. I think I'm going to start walking around with one of those surgical masks on because I'm tired of people sneezing all over the place and I got to breathe that
Go
shit
get
in.
you some water, man. Go get you some water.
Oh, I got water right here. I got bottles of water. I buy it by a case.
All right.
Don't worry about that. All right, so now, my first topic for tonight. Now,
wait, Rambo.
I just want to get the dumb shit. I just want to get the dumb shit out of the way early, okay, and off my chest. Okay, I have either had a disagreement with Kid Smooth or an argument with him just based on ridiculous things that he says. Okay, I really shouldn't come. It really should come as a surprise to me, especially after we had a heated disagreement on Porter Rock's podcast. I don't know if anybody remembers that. Go back and check it out. So PlayStation gamers, myself included, have a problem with Crap Gamer making a poll to get Sunset Overdrive 2. Now, mind you, this motherfucker didn't play the first one, but now he wants the second one, okay? He didn't support the first one. Now, Porter Rock had asked about what was the percentage of people who actually beat the first game on Xbox. I'm one, okay? So how about Kid Smooth took that a PlayStation community literally hated the Xbox community. Now, where did he get that from? That's not what anybody said. We were asking the question because they said the game flopped so bad, okay, that nobody supported it, but now you want Sunset Overdrive 2. So how do you take that as anybody in PlayStation community knocking it? No, we're asking a legitimate question, okay? We here don't like the frauds that talk about PlayStation, like Crap Gamer, make a poll for a game, which he doesn't play, actually, and he doesn't play games, period, in my opinion, okay? I'm tired of people defending these toxic fanboys, like people like Dealer Gaming, like Crap Gamer, like Clint Eastwood, and people like K-Mega. Kid Smooth, you should know fucking better. You need to get your ass in gear. I'm tired of that shit, boy. I'm telling you right now. But what bothers me is that people... people that oh, that's it. The people that are making money on YouTube, okay, in the YouTube community, but they have nothing to do with gaming. They don't play games. The gaming community is literally the only community on YouTube where someone doesn't have to be a gamer to have a gaming channel. Now that's ridiculous to me. There's something fucking wrong with that. So why shouldn't any of us that are here on the panel or anybody that has a legitimate YouTube channel not have a problem with these particular people or anyone that supports them? We should, okay? Anyway, I'm not going to keep wasting my time about this. You know, it's been a while since we did the podcast. I had to get off my chest. It's been going on. I could list more and more reasons, why these people suck, okay? So if anyone would like to add anything to what I said, please do it at this time. If not, we can move on. So the floor is yours, guys.
I don't think any of us disagree.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Huh?
I don't think anybody disagrees with that. I mean, too many times.
Welcome, Rambo.
Say a lot of wild stuff.
Too many times every time that you call out the X bots, these people, they like to reframe it as you're calling out the Xbox community. Well,
right.
if you're saying the community is full of these toxic fuckers, then fine, be it. But I seem to think that there's a hell of a lot of Xbox gamers out there, myself included, that aren't toxic. So
me too.
I don't think there's more than like. My bad. I don't think there's more than like 20 of them like that.
No, I don't think. I really don't think so either. I think that a lot of these accounts that we see on Twitter are just sock accounts of the ones that are afraid to speak out.
They're just trolling and stuff. Like some people are just trolling. Like I don't think anytime I see this stuff, I just ignore it. I don't really even go back and forth with people anymore.
And what I think the real problem is that these people, the real toxic ones, they're just the loudest.
Yeah,
they get the most attention. They're the loudest, and it causes real problems amongst their community and everyone, really.
Yeah. Well, you're right. It's only 5% of them, and they're toxic. But when we give them shine, That's the problem. I mean, my dad, God rest his soul, used to tell me the squeakiest wheel makes the most noise. So if you literally just say, okay, whatever, dude, go play your game. They won't.
Actually, Craig, you got that wrong. I think you got that wrong. The squeaky wheel gets the oil.
Because it's making the most noise. Yeah, you're right too.
I just was playing with you.
I hate the idea of saying just ignore them because obviously if you can look around and tell that the person's trolling and being stupid, there's no point in bringing stupidity like that to light. But if you have somebody like Crap Gamer that to me he's not trolling. If he is, great. I think he's just playing out stupid. But like bringing his stupidity and his toxicity to light is something that needs to be done because ignoring it's not going to make it go away. I mean, obviously their fan base keeps growing, but the more and more we put that out there, maybe newcomers to the to the gaming community or to the Twitter gaming community can actually see that, wait a minute, maybe I don't want to support this guy because maybe this dude is a little bit toxic, and maybe that might help control some of the numbers because it seems like the more and more toxic you are on the YouTube side, the more and more you get the actual following. People like Rand that actually play his games, doesn't get gets half the following of Colt Eastwood that just likes to try to make up shit as he goes.
Well, but see, that's my point, Rambo. That's my point. That's my point with bringing it out. We got to bring it out because then people like us who really have gaming channels, they're toxic people that follow them come and try to make the community, make the real gaming channels seem like they're the toxic ones by doing all this trolling stuff and telling people don't come and follow us. It's like to me, it's like a cult.
Well, this whole community is connected. Everybody knows everybody, and
pretty much.
You look in the comment sections, you see I can call out people right now in this comment section that I see in other people's comment section, but I'm not going to do that. But they knew who they are.
Oh yeah, I know.
I see the same people trying to play sides. You know what I mean? Like they're playing both sides.
Oh, I've seen that too.
They're just trolling on both sides. On this side they'll be supportive, and then they'll go over there, they'll troll.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Xbox guys. They're in the PlayStation. Like if you go to our comments, the ones that are over here, talking shit in our comment, like in the chat over there, they're like all the same, nice and very supportive.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's just a lack of critical thinking within that percentage. So it's just when you look at it, the lack of critical thinking, that's so they're all floating over to that side. I mean, I can't wait till next Thursday when we get to see the side-by-side picture of their 4K textured Egyptian versus Aloy on the PlayStation. I've already seen it. So we're just going to wait for that picture to come out, the side-by-side picture, and the other picture with the Detroit Become Human, Kara. Wait till you see their final builds, and at that point, I would just stay off the internet because those guys are going to explode.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
I'm too busy playing games, but they're going to explode. So,
I mean, it's kind of hard to deny I guess the brilliance or the I don't really want to say the brilliance because I just think it's that these teams on PlayStation have worked together for so long. They're very cohesive. And so they know how to work and get the most out of the system, and really they work well together. There's no fighting or nothing amongst them. They seem to really focus on the task and do it. They've made some of the this generation's most beautiful games, even on a 1.8 teraflop unit.
Yeah.
That competed with some of the games that were actually on PC at the time. So it's kind of hard to compete against that.
The thing is that they allow more creativity and amongst their studios, whereas I think with Microsoft they really don't at all, and you can really tell from the games.
No no matter which way you try to slice it, the on Xbox side they simply just either they don't trust their creators, or they they know that there's a guaranteed hit or at least a guaranteed following for these products, so therefore they just continue pumping those out to get the guaranteed money. Because like if their motto is basically one and done. If it's not a success, it's done. We're not coming back to it again. We're not touching it again. Whereas PlayStation is like, you know, hey, you can fail the first time, and if you really think you got something on your hands for the second one, we'll go with it. And
I was just about to say the same thing, Rambo.
I mean, with the whole Uncharted and Uncharted 2, look, that became one of the most talked about freaking series on PlayStation. And if you would have taken Microsoft's motto, or what seems to be their motto, and applied that to Uncharted, we would never have seen the likes of Uncharted 2 to Uncharted 4.
No, I agree with that.
Exactly. I mean, even Knack got a sequel.
That's why I brought up Sunset Overdrive, because I was making, if you go back to some of my videos and some of the podcasts we've all done together, I always said, I know people didn't support it, but Microsoft needs to, you know, go out on a limb. The game is a good game, okay? It's got a lot of replay value. Make a Sunset Overdrive 2. Release it at a different time, not around other things. You know, do what they got to do to make it right. They need to give a second chance, I think. And it's kind of funny now that these Xbox tards, and they're not all of them, just a couple, that are now saying we want it. Well, you didn't want it before, but now all of a sudden it's the best thing. And I've been saying this for over a year.
Even whenever it was free. I mean, they still, I mean, that's the thing, is that they didn't even beat it whenever it was free. Like that's the insane part. I mean, I don't begrudge them if they get it. I'll gladly buy it on my Xbox and, you know, play it again. But whenever, I mean, it would fit better on a PlayStation or a Nintendo. It would do better, but I would still love to see Xbox get it. It wouldn't bother me, but it just seems kind of funny that the same people that never even played the first one, not even touched it, or maybe touched it for just a minute, are the ones asking for the second one. Like, are you ever going to play the first one to find out if you even would like a second one?
We're gonna have to wait.
But see, that was my point exactly. That's why that was the one game I brought up in particular, because I was arguing with these people way back when, after the first one came out. Oh, the game is shit. Did you play it? No, I saw other people play it. I don't like what it looks like. Why don't you try it? It's fun. I enjoyed myself with it. It is fun to play. And there's a lot of replay value in that you don't even freaking know about. Their problem is, you know what the problem is with these people who claim to be these big Xbox people, these badass YouTubers, and I call them just YouTubers because they're not gamers, is that they don't play games. They've already said, and I've heard lots of times in interviews and on podcasts, they don't like puzzles. They like something that gives them direction. Waypoint to waypoint, very easy. If they can't do that, they will not play the game. They will not complete that game if they cannot have it easy. I don't want everything easy. I want a challenge. But they don't like it. And that's the only reason why that was one particular game brought up, because if you can't hop, jump, and do all that crazy stuff that they want you to do, they ain't going to do it. They ain't going to do it. Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. Not at all. It just is what it is. And I said this, and I know Rambo, and I know Rambo and Craig and Mr. Corleone Frozen. I don't know if you were around at the time. We were talking about this last year. We talked about that a lot.
What was that?
About people not, especially Sunset Overdrive. I don't know if you're around when we were talking about Sunset Overdrive and people didn't play it.
Well, if I go off of these sales off of,
I didn't have an Xbox. I didn't
VG charts.
No.
If I go up the sales of VG charts, like there was 1.16 million owners of it, and that was the sales of it. So we don't know how when it went free, that obviously put it in more people's hands. But only just from using the sales, 219,000 people beat that game.
Is it on PC also?
No. That's like the one game that's not.
Yeah, there's that and the Halo series.
I'm in that million. I beat it.
Oh, I beat it too. Though.
Game's great.
So,
yeah, I love the game.
That's why I always said I wish they make another one. But they also, Xbox needs to do one thing when if they are going to launch a game. They can't launch it around any other major titles. They got to give it its own hype and own time.
Yeah. I know that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I know that Microsoft did push Sunset a bit. I mean, I know they had that white bundle back in the day and stuff, but yeah, releasing it in September was really dumb. It was really dumb.
Yeah, they killed it.
The other problem, they may be good with their computers, their software, and their cloud and all this other shit, but they need good. Besides getting one, they need good marketing people when a game they do have an exclusive. Sorry, but they need that. Two, they need to stop disbanding studios and getting studios. 2, 3, they need to give the reins to the studios. Let them be creative. That's what they're there for. If you're not going to give them the creativity, then you know what? Phil Spencer and all you other guys, get your ass in there and make a game. Let's see what you do.
Yeah.
There you go. You can't do it. So you hire these people to be creative. That's their job. Let them do their job. Stop pulling back the reins and say, whoa, we don't want that. Whoa. You can't keep doing that to these people. You'll never get a studio. Nobody ain't gonna ever want to work for you. And then the Xbox is gonna die after a while, and that's not what we want as gamers.
Takes too long.
I know, I don't want that, but that's what's gonna happen if they don't stop doing this dumb shit. It's bottom line. Sorry, not to put that on a sad note, but that's gonna lead us into the next topic, okay? Which is the Xbox One. People have gotten their consoles already, of course, and there are some reviews floating around out there. I personally, I'm not going to be getting the Xbox One X, okay? I don't think Microsoft understands gaming, as I was just explaining, okay? This is a console that's launching with month-old games or year-old games, okay? I feel like the best value of a console gamer can get is to consider a PS4 and/or Switch. Okay, that's my personal opinion. Now, I do not see any things about it improving older Xbox games. Okay, it did improve. Excuse me, it did improve some older Xbox games. I didn't mean to say not to. It did. Okay, which is good. But my question is, okay, first of all, where are the games that were supposed to be brought out for the Xbox One X? What are your thoughts on the Xbox One X, guys? And do you honestly think it's worth the price? Now, before you guys say anything, personally for me, I don't think it is. I understand it's got power, but I don't want a media box. I want my games with it. I don't want year-old games re-enhanced. I don't want that. I want new games. They had plenty of time to work on it. They didn't do it. So that's why I don't think it's worth it. What are your guys' thoughts on that when it comes to the Xbox One X?
Well, my thoughts on it is I don't have the Xbox One X, but if I had a 4K television, I would want that console because it's going to maximize my TV the best. And you ain't going to be able to play PlayStation exclusives on there. That's why you got to have more than one console and stop showing loyalty to plastic. So if you got all the games.
But Mr. Corleone, what games are they giving you besides old games that you can replay?
I'm gonna get all the new shit. I would play if I had an Xbox One X and this fucking game keep crashing. I would get a motherfucking. I would have Assassin's Creed, Wolfenstein 2, because I know it's gonna look better on that console.
He would want the better versions,
right? I would want the better version. So yeah, they don't have any exclusives. You know what I'm saying?
Now.
But
now they don't have any.
I know if I had that TV, I would want the Pro, and I would want to play them on that console.
All right, so one quick question, because you guys would just say that they had no new games. When you launch a new console, don't you have a game that goes with it, not an older game, generally?
Well, I mean, PlayStation didn't have a game for
they had VR. That was what they launched it with.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they launched it with another $400 peripheral. So I mean, it's not like that's $900. That was like what $800 or $900 worth of product that you had to buy to get the whole package. But I mean, as far as games go, there wasn't an actual game launched with the Pro. So I mean, it's not like
in the past. Most of the times, Xbox launched their new console with something. But if you notice, though, over the past year, all they talked about was power and using your old games being re-enhanced. So my question is what is that going to do for the future of Xbox as well? Because if they're just going to re-enhance old games, then there is nothing new to play. And after you play those games re-enhanced and pay twice the amount of money for it because you got to rebuy it now, okay, what's the point? You're buying a game to play again on a console with nothing different. You know how to play the game already. You're just going to get better graphics.
I just feel like that 4K shit kind of like overrated. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't afford 4K television and have a real good ass 4K television, then you're not getting the experience. You just trying to keep up with the Joneses. But if you got the money to spend on that, more power to you. Like I'm sucker free with all that what everybody else thinking and shit. Like if everybody like, oh man, they battling over consoles, fuck them, man. I'm playing my games. I ain't got time for that shit.
Let me just say the question is I mean, it's rhetorical. If you feel it's worth the money, then it's worth the money.
Right.
I personally did not think what I saw at E3 was worth half a stack. But
didn't you buy it though?
Well, did I buy it? I reserved it, but I reserved it, but I canceled the reservation when it was like, well, I'll just wait till E3 because E3 next year, they should be announcing more games, and there should be a price drop. But with that said, the Xbox, at least at this point, they're adding value with the older games. I mean, if you're gonna say, okay, you're gonna add Fallout 3, which is a single player game. If you're gonna add Oblivion, which is a single player game, at least that is value because those games are 100-hour plus games. So if you want, so you can look at it like that and say, okay, I don't have anything new, like TitanFallPrincess was saying, but at least I can go back and play some of these older titles that will give some value to the console. So it's kind of rhetorical. I don't think it's worth it. Not what I've seen, but it's and a lot of people cancel. My girlfriend works at Amazon, and when she went to work Monday night, miraculously, a lot of those things had gone from ship to stow. So right. and even the Xbox Scorpio version with the monogram on it, those are still available to buy. I mean, you don't have to jump through hoops. You can go to the store and just get one. You know,
right. All you gotta do is wait. They're gonna do another SKU next year with a smaller hard drive. It'll be $100 cheaper. Just wait. I'm telling you, they're gonna do another one.
But I mean, I ain't mad at nobody that got it though. Like I thought you because I thought you would have probably. Well, I know Rambo, don't you got it?
No, I can't. I canceled mine too.
Oh shit! I thought y'all had grabbed it and shit because I was like, I wanted to know. Like that's why when I went to Best Buy yesterday, I was like, man, I ain't even going by the TVs because I don't want to see that shit. Like if I see it,
was about to even buy one again today, but my wife even said, you know, are you sure you want the S? And I was like, you know, yeah. I was like, she goes. I said I barely turned it on, man. I turned it on literally. I think if you add up the amount of time I spend on my Xbox playing games, now mind you, it's only for exclusives. It comes out to maybe about 2 weeks to a month out of a year.
Right.
My PlayStation is used 12 months out of the year. So I mean, I just didn't see a reason for like maybe a 1 month, holiday on my Xbox to spend $500 on it.
Right.
Yeah, but Rambo, wait a minute. I can go back to a couple podcasts ago, and more than once you said you're getting that shit day one. You buy everyone day one.
Yeah, Rambo, you ought to get a Switch, man. You got to get a Switch, man. I'm telling you.
I was, man.
That's what I'm getting.
We actually were about to go buy a Switch today, and both me and my wife looked at each other and was like, "Yeah, we're probably never going to use it." I have little use. I have little use for a single Nintendo title. Like I see no joy in them at all.
That's the only thing I'm waiting for, something dope. Like,
but I played Nintendo for 30 years.
Yeah,
like seeing a Mario title is like seeing another fucking Halo come out.
Mario's amazing. Do not.
I know. I'm not hating on the people that like it.
You can't say that. Mario, you can't compare another Mario title to another Halo title. That's totally different. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one.
Wait, how is that different? You have Halo 6 coming out, and you have Mario 75.
Mario's fun as hell. Halo can be boring after a while.
No,
so can Mario.
Oh shit!
Mario, there's nothing.
Mario is not Mario don't have, to me, even though Mario sells well, it don't have that same thing that the original Mario had. Like,
no, it doesn't.
But this Mario is like this Mario tops like 64. I'm telling you.
No, this Mario cold as hell. Don't get me wrong.
No,
I'm just saying, like, it
I'm
just,
with you there, man. But it does not top the original.
Right. It's like back then you had to get a Nintendo. Like, it was a must. If you didn't have a Nintendo, you wasn't shit. Like, that's what it was back then. But it's like Mario don't have that same effect on me now.
No, me
like
neither.
That he had back then. But I will say the game is dope as hell. I've watched gameplay of it.
Yeah, I'm not hating on the game. I'm like, if you like it, that's cool. But it's just not for me.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting a Switch. I almost bought one the other day, and I was like, nah, I don't got the right.
I still say that Zelda, this Zelda, Breath of the Wild, is the Switch's best game. It's still
Zelda has more to do, but Mario is also
and it's also so different than other Zeldas. Whereas Odyssey is pretty much just a typical 3D Mario, just perfected and refined. Whereas Zelda changed a lot. But wait, hey, real quick.
Y'all got that game. No, since somebody just brought up Mario Odyssey, that was going to be one of the topics. Okay, now, according to many websites, it sold over 2 million copies already. Okay, it got a very high score.
It's got more than that.
I actually watched. Okay. Well, I'm just saying what I've seen. Okay, I've been very busy and kind of sick, so it could have been different. Now I watched Frozen Magna play this game. I also watched Dashi play this game. Okay, it looks like a very good game. Okay, my favorite Mario though is Mario Galaxy and Super Mario World. Okay, but I could see myself actually playing the Switch, buying the Switch for this game. As long as they bring out other games. One thing I cannot agree on is a 10 out of 10 score until I play it myself. I don't agree on giving a score a 10 out of 10, and I have, until I play it myself, first of all. And also, I haven't done that in a long time. So I just wanted to say that since we're bringing up Mario games.
When it comes to Nintendo, here's my problem. I'll tell you. Back whenever I was young, now remind you, I've been gaming before.
That was a long time ago.
I've been gaming before y'all were even. A lot of y'all on this podcast were even thought of by your parents. So I knew Nintendo before y'all ever even knew how to say "mama." So the Super Mario.
He say "mama."
Yeah, say Super Mario, man. Like, I've been playing that thing forever. Now, back then it was a platformer. It was just a platformer, and a platformer doesn't require a story. It doesn't require anything. It's just simply jumping. That's the main purpose of the whole thing. You have to have a purpose to get to the end of it. But for the most part, it's just simply how good the mechanics are with the platforming part of it. I loved it. I was in love with Super Mario Brothers. As time went along, they started trying to innovate, Mario, which is cool. But it lost me when the fact that you get like Mario Odyssey, you get Legend of Zelda, which Zelda back then was cool. It was hard, and like the original Legend of Zelda. But now that you've turned it into like what it is, to me it feels like a Minecraft with a purpose. Not so much of the building part of Minecraft, but like the no story part of Minecraft. Like you almost have to go searching for the story in these games. Like, you have to run up to somebody just to talk to them or whatever like that. Whereas like these other narrative driven games are very narrative driven. That's more open world, more just like I have to work to get the story told to me. And I can't get into it. Like, I simply just cannot. I watched my wife play the Breath of the Wild on the Wii U, and I was instantly bored. I was ready to take a nap. My wife was like, "You want to play?" I was like, "That thing doesn't even look fun, man. I have no interest at all in those things. If they put achievements or trophies on it, I'd buy it day one. That would give me a reason to play them. But as far as like playing them for the fun of that game, they don't look fun to me at all. Like, I've grown completely tired of you using Mario and Zelda to be your main two selling properties for the past 30 years. It's time to move on and create games like Splatoon, create games like Arms.
Right.
Actually innovate.
You've had
30 years to do it.
Yeah, because that's just like people like, man, we tired of Master Chief. We tired of Gears of War. Or we tired of Uncharted. That's the same shit. So Mario get to live for 80 years, but you go motherfucking hate on the Uncharted
exactly.
5.
You got Uncharted. You got Uncharted Lost Legacy come out, and people are like, man, that's too much Uncharted. Too much Uncharted. Like it's time to let it die. It's time to move on. You got Halo 6 coming out. People are, man, my God, too much fucking Halo. It's just nothing but Halo. They haven't created anything new since Gears. And you know, here we are.
Look better than fucking Uncharted. I don't know what nobody say.
And then you have, you know, Mario. I mean, we're still talking about Mario 30 years after the inception of Mario. We're still talking about Zelda 29 years after the inception of Zelda. It's not that the games aren't great, but it's time for Nintendo to move the fuck on and actually create something new. Like Splatoon was great. I mean, it was fun, but I don't know. Like Splatoon 2 is not enough to make me grab a damn Switch because I'm not like, you have to play online for the most part, and I'm not fucking with their 45 wires. Like I feel like I'm gonna hook up a PSVR to my damn like handheld just to be able to talk online. That ain't worth it to me. So like, but create new things. Like quit trying to hold on to fucking Mario. Nobody can.
Rambo, you got to realize one thing. Not to cut you off, okay? I'm sitting back listening. No, I'm sitting back listening, and like you said, you're older than most of us on this podcast, okay?
Right.
Okay, like you were born before we even thought of, which is probably true. Okay, so, but you got to realize something. For the newer generations to come in, Mario's still a big hit for my generation and for my nieces and nephews.
Mario been out for a long time.
That's why they don't let it go.
I know, I get that.
That's a cash cow.
The thing is, but I mean, the reason why they don't let it go is because it's a cash cow. Like just like you said, I mean, that's the only reason they don't let it go. They don't. Nintendo.
Should they make more? Should they do more? Yes, I'll agree with that. But you can't let Mario go because Mario is something that lasts through several generations.
I don't want to hear a single. I don't want to hear a single person.
You're 2 generations above me.
I don't want to see a single person.
I don't want to see a
single person playing Mario or hyping Mario or hyping Legend of Zelda. Hey, say shit about another Forza. Say shit about another Gran Turismo. Say shit about another Uncharted or another Halo. If you're giving the pass to Mario for 30 plus years, then you damn sure have nothing to say about this like the 5th and 6th Halo games. Like there's no reason that you can say that somebody's milking something if they're on the 6th one, but you can't say that somebody's milking something if they're on their 80th one.
I gotta say something though, man. It ain't even about kids adapting to Mario. These grown motherfuckers is probably older than Rambo. Motherfuckers that they know what I'm saying, they got the game and they the ones giving it. I don't think it's a 10.
Milking is milking.
I think it's like an 8, you know what I'm saying, or a 9, but it's just, man, y'all can't tell me that shit don't be getting a 10 because of his name, dog. You can't tell me that shit.
That's why I said I don't give a game a 10 out of. I haven't given a game a 10 out of 10 in a long time.
I played it. It ain't no fucking 10.
There was a review on Metacritic that was a 10 out of 10, and it didn't even have a review, and it was actually by a critic.
Well,
it's a dope ass game.
Reviews are opinionated, but what let me ask.
But I'm not.
I just want to ask who here
because I don't want it. I'm getting a Switch.
I'm not saying that, but who here thinks Last of Us is a 10 out of 10?
I don't think Last of Us is.
I think it is.
I would say it's about a 9 out of 10, if anything.
I think it's one of the best video games I ever played before.
I would agree.
I don't give many games 10 out of 10, so I'm not going to say it was a 10 out of 10. Maybe 8.5 to 9 out of 10, but not a 10 out of 10.
I would give maybe like 4 or 5 games ever made a 10 out of 10. Last of Us.
I mean, Last of Us, I guarantee you, was one of the most epic games and now epic series. Now that it's becoming a second one that of my lifetime of gaming, and I've been gaming for 30 plus years. So I mean, like that game is a very. I definitely say if any game deserves a 10. It would be The Last of Us.
Now, do you think that a game as a 10 out of 10 will be able to be played years on later on, like 10, 20 years from now? Will you still enjoy Last of Us if you played it?
Yeah,
I believe so.
Yeah,
but I think there's an important factor we're not really seeing here, and that's the factor of subjectivity. So The Last of Us may be a 10 out of 10 to me, right?
Definitely,
but
yeah.
Somebody like Rags, for example, did not enjoy The Last of Us. My dad didn't enjoy The Last of Us.
I didn't really care for it either. I thought it was just much like walking, hide behind cover, kill a clip.
It's not going to be for everyone, whereas a game like
it's not a bad game, though. I'm not hating on it. It's not a bad game.
Oh yeah, I definitely get what you're saying. It's very subjective.
Like even I'm gonna get the sequel, but I hope they have like a lot more gameplay.
All they was doing was walking.
The one thing that cannot be subjective here, that of my little rant, is that Nintendo is milking the shit out of Zelda and Mario.
It's true. But there's no
denying that.
To add to
that. Hold on, man. Hey, Frozen, man. Like that whole comment was negative, man. You ain't even say nothing positive about Last of Us. You say you just walk in.
I like the story.
Well, but Mr. Coleon, it's subjective. You may love it. Somebody else doesn't.
I do think it's better than Uncharted. I don't like.
I think it's a 10. I think it was.
That's the main thing. You are your own best critic.
Oh yeah.
So if you think it's a 10, don't worry about what nobody else says.
Exactly.
I agree with that 100%.
It's your money. It's your money.
I want to.
I've never understood why people
positives and the negatives. Like Mario, for me, I don't say it's. I'm saying that it got a 10 because it's Mario. Simple as that. Motherfuckers talking about they was crying and shit.
There's some people that are like that. Yes.
I did clap when I got to the credits. I clapped, man. That was a beautiful.
But I can understand that.
But wait a minute.
I can understand that.
But wait a minute though. Here's the thing though. I mean, you can't sit there and say that like the people that will, the critics are just giving Mario a pass because it's Mario and give it a 10 out of 10. There's going to be some of these same critics that give The Last of Us 2 a 10 out of 10 before they even touch the end of it.
Well, some people told me that Last of Us 2 would be the best game this generation before it even came out.
There's critics out there. Critics out there the same exact way. You know what I mean? Like with The Last of Us, if they find a series that they really like, then they're very much biased to it whenever the next one or the sequel comes out. So I mean, it's not just Nintendo. It's actually just
when I first say Naughty Dog games gets a pass because Naughty Dog games never get ragged on.
I'm trying to figure out.
Naughty Dog games is dope as fuck.
Yeah, they're just inferring that the first one was good for them, so they believe the second one will be.
Naughty Dog games is dope as fuck. Ain't nobody fucking with them but Rockstar. Rockstar the only company that's fucking with them. And then y'all could throw the rest at the bottom.
Well, Atlas, I think you can throw Atlas in there with it, but I think that Atlas comes with a more of a taste preference than I think Naughty Dog games and Rockstar games open up to a larger majority.
That's true, and that's Atlas games, which is fine. Yeah. About my Mario comment is that Mario is going to also appeal to more people than say The Last of Us.
Oh yeah,
a wider audience. So you're going to have some critics, right, that just aren't really into the whole, theme and gameplay of The Last of Us. But yeah, they'll be totally down with Mario. So I think yes, Mario gets a pass because of its history, but also it is a much more inclusive type of game. And I think that also aids into it. I think that's also the reason why Sonic games and just platformers in general get more of a pass than other franchises.
Doesn't always work. Like look at the Sonic games. There's been a lot of bad Sonic games, and they've been called out like a lot.
Yeah, I don't mean
Mario don't make no bad games now. You know what I'm saying?
People hated on Sunshine. People didn't like Sunshine.
Yeah, there was a few bad, I guess, review wise of Mario's, but not near like what Sonic had. But what always struck me as odd is that reviewers and everybody was saying it's time to let Sonic go. Sonic is done. Sega quit putting Sonic out. But then the next Mario comes out, and they're like, "Oh my God, Mario!" It's like, seriously, man, you cannot be bitching about somebody else like wearing down an IP, and then here you have Nintendo 30 years later, giving you another Mario, and you're so excited.
No, it's true.
Stay consistent with that.
Yeah, there's 3 games that have lasted since the 80s: Zelda, Mario, and Wolfenstein.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, and I've always said to people, sometimes you just have to tip your hat and move on. You know, it's okay. You know.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not mad at. I mean, I'm not mad at him. I just don't. I won't buy him or anything like that. I mean, but I like. I'm not. I don't ever.
You just want new stuff.
I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Definitely not gonna say like the game's not worth a 97. I don't know. I've never played it, and I don't really give a shit what the hell the review Metacritic says. I mean, because to me, I don't. That doesn't. I've never once in my 30+ years of gaming have looked at a review before I bought a game. Never once.
Yeah, that's called grown man.
Really?
No,
Yeah,
I never.
I put that little picture up there for trolling purposes.
Sometimes
Growing up,
I ain't gonna lie. Watch.
growing up, all I had was the back of a box.
What about Nintendo Power?
I think it might be.
I never even looked at that. I looked at the back of a box, and that was like, okay, well, it looks like a fun game. I'm gonna get it, and I never once had anything else to look at. I mean, that was before the internet, before a lot of newsprint even started happening with gaming, and so I just kind of that always worked with me. I kind of always knew what I liked and knew what I wanted, so I just kind of ran with it.
Yeah, but Rambo, I do that to this day. I don't look at scores and let somebody determine what I buy.
I don't either.
Like Super Lucky's Tale.
I would put it up on Twitter to get people mad because people would try to hype up Knack.
Oh yeah,
Lucky Tales above.
Yeah.
People hate cartoon games, but they hype up Lucky Tales.
Yeah, I mean, no, I get that for sure. That like people doing that.
I beat that shit. That shit was dope as Knack 2. Don't sleep on Knack, man.
Yeah, no, like Knack 2, Super Lucky's Tale. They both reviewed poorly. Like their review scores. But I bought them, and I enjoyed the shit out of Knack 2.
I think they're fun games.
I haven't played Super Lucky's Tale yet, but
when that come out?
No,
it comes out Tuesday
on the 7th. Yeah,
I'm ready for it because I want to play it. It looks
that
fun.
is a game launching with the X Titanfall. You said there were no games.
Yeah.
Oh, there go a game. Titanfall. Super Lucky Tale. You get the
4K 60 as well.
The Crackdown was also supposed to be there, but then that got delayed.
Yeah, that would have been nice to actually have.
Yeah, that would have really helped, honestly. But I'd rather the game get delayed because I'm a huge Crackdown fan, so I want the game to be good. I don't care if it needs to get delayed another year.
It wasn't looking good, I can tell you that. But so hopefully they do get that part fixed up.
Yeah, seriously.
But now, like, what surprised me is that these reviews for the X came out, and the scores are sometimes even lower than the Pro. But the big thing is a lot of those enhanced games that happened after these people reviewed them. Like, why did Microsoft not make sure that these patches were out before they sent out review consoles, like to make sure these people could see the difference?
Well, not every. I mean, it's not really up to them to make the patches. They obviously are going to make patches for their first party games, which they did. But games like
there was only two. A lot of them only had 2 games. Quantum Break hadn't even done it. The Gears 4, it was there.
No,
Halo 5. Yeah, Halo 5 wasn't there when these people got their review console.
Yeah.
That's true.
Record did nothing. Like a lot of their exclusives, like there was only like one or two things that actually had the patch.
Yeah, I mean that's
so
true.
It reviewed lower.
I'll give you that, but I don't think it's fair to say like Assassin's Creed Origins wasn't fair on launch or whatever.
Well, no, that's not. They can't control that. I mean,
well, they said Assassin's Creed Origins is going to have 1080p 60. I'm still waiting to see that.
Yeah,
that ain't happening, man. Now, hey, one thing that's cool though is Gears does have a 1080p 60.
Yeah, that's cool.
It doesn't stay a solid 60, but it has it there, in case you want it. But it goes from 40 to 60.
To be fair, I'm just gonna play devil's advocate for a second because Gears 4's campaign gets a little really demanding in certain sections. So like even on my insane PC, like it'll drop a couple times. But yeah, no, it really should be 1080p 60 at all times. But I'll give it a little bit of slack in the campaign.
Well, Metal Gear 5 came out. Metal Gear 5 came out in 2015. It was 1080p 60. So why is Gears being, I'm just saying, I mean, if I've been hearing nothing about the beast is coming and now you're bragging about 1080p 60, that's already.
He is right.
Well, the question I have is if you're going to put a 1080p 60 mode and in the previous version on the Xbox One S, you use temporal aliasing and temporal resolution, like where it would go up and down, dynamic resolution. On your 1080p 60 mode, why wouldn't you actually use that dynamic resolution so that way you can maintain a solid 60 on the X?
Why don't they just put PC settings on there so you can pick? I don't understand why
that would be nice too, but I mean, seeing some of these people and how they handle technology, it would scare the shit out of me. Like they'd have their game running at like 400p or whatever, and not being able to see it on their fucking screen.
Yeah, crap gamer would have a heart attack.
These people would be fucking idiots. Like there was a guy I know that could not even figure out how to change out his hard drive in his PlayStation.
Did you see the guy who thought that his friend deleted his Zelda save?
Oh yeah. So I mean, there you go. There's a prime example right there as to why you don't put the PC settings on the console.
Yeah, facts.
I mean, that's not a blanket statement for everybody, but that's definitely some people. Yeah.
I mean, the console community is by far the very more casual based, than the PC community. So trying to like implement like that far into PC stuff onto the console, I don't. Nah,
that's not going to work.
No, it would. I mean, it would work for us, but it wouldn't work for the majority. No.
No, it would work for people who are savvy in that stuff, but not for people who are just regular casuals. No, it won't.
Yep.
Hardcore, yes. Us casuals, no.
And that actually kind of leads me into a question I've been having. And look, I pre-ordered the X and the Pro day one, right? I'm super stoked. I think I'm the only one here that, now that Rambo didn't get his, I think I'm the only one here getting the X, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, okay, well, I love it, and I use my Pro all the time, and definitely the benefits, right? But my question is, who are these, the mid-gen refreshes, who are these really for, right? Because you have people like me who play games like nonstop and really are going to get used out of the 4K, but 4K is not as prevalent as it should be, and the console's $500. Like, I don't know if you know, little Timmy is going to go, hey mom, you know, this tier is $200, but I want the $500 one. I just don't see that happening.
No,
I can answer that. One of the byproducts of the Xbox X is that it's helping push 4K TV sales. It's just
that is true.
That's why I think they have like a system set up where, listen, let's launch this together. I'll promote your TVs, you promote my box.
You know what?
Yeah, I know a lot of people that are buying the Xbox X and they're getting Sony TVs. Just as Sony has a deal with their VR. Yes, they're competing with Oculus and they're competing with HTC, but ultimately they all want to work together to grow that market. So
exactly. So they're going to work together, and somebody's going to give somebody some kickbacks for helping each other out. It's going to happen. That's the way business works. And if people understand that, that's the way business works. Listen. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. That's the way it works.
Yeah, there's a reason why Microsoft went in with Samsung. I mean, they've done it before with the 360, and I was surprised they chose Samsung because the TVs this year are trash. Their TV compared to the Sonys. You know, the Sonys are just better TVs.
Oh, yeah.
But last year was the opposite. But ultimately, they want to help drive the 4K TV market because that market isn't moving. They thought it was going to move. UHD movies aren't selling like they thought. So it's had to wait and see how it goes. I do know they've changed their marketing in the last 3 weeks because first the X wasn't competing with the Pro. It was competing with high-end PC. Now you see there are people at their executive levels with 6 is bigger than 4. But I've always said, well, 61 million is bigger than your PG 29 million. So it's silly for them to do that, but they've got to market it somehow. So I understand why they're doing it. But to answer your question, who the mid-gen is for, it's for hopefully to help drive 4K TV sales because they don't want to make 1080p TVs anymore. They just don't.
Yeah, but Craig, the problem is that they keep, you know, I understand technology's got to move forward. Don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's the way of life. It's just the way it is. But you're trying to change it every year.
Yeah.
Give people time to adapt to one thing before you do it. Because after they do 4K, what are they going to do? 6K, 8K, whatever. Next year, 18K. Come on. Give people to adjust to one thing at a time. And then when you bring it out at such high goddamn prices. And you talk about people who work hard jobs. Okay. Yeah. People who have bills to pay. You know, either rent or mortgages to pay, who have kids, who, you know, or people, young people who, you know, have an apartment trying to make it and doing what they got to do and bust their ass that are supporting your asses. stop trying to make it out of the reach of people too, as well.
Yeah.
Well, and what they'll say, and you're right.
Wait, one thing. Especially when you make your product outside the country where you know the labor is cheap and the parts are cheap.
Yeah.
Why is your console cost that much when the labor you're getting from outside the country and it doesn't cost that much in bulk?
Now wait a minute, though. But wait a minute. That, I mean, the same could be said about Sony and the Pro.
I'm talking about
I'll
all
tell you
of
one
it.
thing.
I'm talking about everybody.
They do that. They do that to make themselves a profit. I mean, it's a company like that. Like I don't think the 500 is too much for that.
Hold on, I have a question.
I don't either. 500
I have a question for Rambo.
Yeah, go ahead.
Rambo, did the Pro sell well? I don't know. Like,
it actually has turned out to be 1 in every 5 PS4s bought from the launch of the Pro till now has been a Pro.
So,
yeah, which actually,
I mean, it's selling pretty well.
Yeah, which actually marries the adoption rate of 4K TV.
Now compared to the regular PS4, no, though, right?
No, I mean, it's not outselling the regular PS4 by any means, no, but it's selling like 25% of all PS4 sold. 20% of them are Pros.
Okay.
So I mean, if you go back to the launch, if you can figure out how many PS4s were sold by the time the launch of the Pro, and subtract it from what's sold now, then 20% of that would be Pros.
No, I think that if the X, I don't know. I don't think they're doing mid-gen refreshes again next gen. I think they're just going to do one console and then stick with it if these don't turn out right.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
I think they just might go back to like like they were doing it, but it won't be as long because we don't know how long this gen's going to be. But I think maybe 2020, 22, 21, the PS5, and then we'll get a PS6 like maybe 5 years later. I think the generation will be 5 years, and we won't get any more mid-gen refreshes because I'm not really with that. I don't really care for mid-gen stuff.
Well, I don't think. I mean, the Microsoft. I think you're going to get like another mid-gen refresh because they're really big on this. The generations are over.
No, I think their generations are over as meaning. I think that meaning their library will always come with you.
No, they said backwards and forwards compatible from here on out.
Yeah, they don't leave no man behind.
Yeah, I think that what they're doing though is they're going to wait until the X drops in price enough to where they can make the X the base console. Kind of like how they made the S the base console. Now they're going to phase it out to where the X is going to be the base, and then that from the X forward to the next console will be backwards and forwards compatible. So people with the X won't have to jump to the next one. Now, PS4, PlayStation has already said that there will be a PlayStation 5, like that there will be another generation. They believe in generational jumps. And I'm fully on board with the generational jumps because I think that you only hurt the game with the actual backwards and forwards compatible because the developers have to create for the lowest common denominator. And that would be the lowest end hardware, and that would be the Xbox One X or S, depending on which one.
They gotta keep worrying about making it so it can work with all the versions of the game.
Yes,
and stuff.
yes.
I do fully support backwards compatibility, though.
Yeah,
I'm a huge advocate of that.
Oh, me too. Yeah, I mean, I have no problem with backwards compatibility. I don't really care anything about it.
Which is fine. Which is totally fine. But I mean, I do.
Now wait a minute here. Okay, let me put a little tagline behind this. My last before now, I became disabled, I guess, probably in the last 6 or 7 years. So my time at home up until then was spent barely ever playing games. You could be considered a casual for the most part because I was working 17-hour days, 7 days a week for the most part, and I was sometimes out of town and doing everything else. So I didn't really have a lot of quite a lot of time to play games or even buy games. So I guess maybe that's a big reason why backwards compatibility isn't a big deal to me. But now that this gen is done, and I have over 600 games on the PlayStation 4 and close to 300 games on the Xbox One and 500 plus games on the PC, backwards compatibility might be important to me because I don't think there's any way that I'm going to get through 600 games before the PlayStation 5 comes out.
Well, which they allegedly are starting to pieced together, allegedly.
Well,
Yeah.
you know they've already been working on it after the Pro.
Oh well, yeah, they started working on it probably whenever the PlayStation 5 came out. The Pro was just something that they started working on too when the PlayStation 4 came out, and they put it, you know, the team they were working on both side by side, and the Pro came out, and then they put full force onto the PlayStation 5. I fully expect to see the PlayStation 5 around 2019, 2020.
Probably for $500.
I'm gonna say the later half of that. I'll say maybe 20, maybe 21. I don't think
that's a fair window.
It depends when the specs come out, because when we get the specs, and then we can kind of tell, like, you know, how much.
The question is, are they going to go 4K again?
They will. Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
It'll
4K will probably be what they set forward.
Like as they didn't do that on the Pro. That I find it amazing that the Xbox community compares the two when Sony never set out to do 4K native gaming. They just
the Pro is for VR. It's not for 4K. It's for VR. That's what they said it was supposed. That's what it mainly was for, and for better looking, like a better resolution. That's what they said.
Yeah, because they had to run.
They never said games were going to be all 4K. No, I've never heard them say that.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'd say you can't argue with the idiots online. It's like, look, here's what they said. Here's the link. Move on. You know, so
you can play dynamic 4K. That's what they say in the commercials. You know.
Yeah, but I agree with Rambo. I think you'll see a generational leap with only because that's what Mark Cerny has already told, that they think they need minimum 8 T-flops to do 4K native gaming. So if you're going to start trying to figure out what it's going to be, you can just say it's going to be a minimum of 8 T-flops. You know, so that's only because Mark Cerny said that. So
yeah, I mean, I fully believe that like you'll probably see a pretty powerful freaking machine, and it'll probably be a $500 machine, but it'll be one that when people go to it, like you'll definitely see a difference between the Pros version and the PS5 version. So yeah. I don't see any. I see nothing wrong with paying $500 for a console. I just don't.
Can I say something? I feel like because I've been waiting so long to say this shit. I'm mad because they focus so much on backwards compatibility when you talking about all this power for new systems. And I really feel like as far as Microsoft, and I'm not nitpicking on them, they either the people haven't supported it or the fact that, you know what I'm saying, they don't make good games and shit. They need to be making them God of Wars and fucking Uncharted type of games. Because motherfuckers be acting like they don't like those games, but if it was on Xbox, you motherfucking goddamn right, they'll be playing it, going hard, talking all type of shit. Don't be fooled. These people, they so loyal to the box, they won't even try great games. You know what I'm saying? People miss out on great stuff.
Oh yeah.
Well, when Shannon Loftus, what she said with her variety, they have plenty of variety with Disneyland. She's Lucky Tales, Recore. She said they may have a Quantum Break 2 and a Recore 2, you know, like I guess that's what people want. You know?
Quantum Break 2 is not happening because first of all, they don't own I don't think they own the actual IP.
Quantum 2 would have been decent.
That's just what she said. That's what she said, you know.
Yeah,
like,
but
she's the one that's doing all this stuff. Like,
but the studio that did Quantum Break was like, we're done. Like we're done with exclusive content. Like we're just
Forza Horizon developers, they're making a game.
Hey, that doesn't mean Quantum Break 2 is not coming. That just means Remedy won't put it on Xbox only.
True. I mean, I guess that could be that.
Like Forza Horizon.
It's kind of weird though to have a exclusive and then have the sequel on everything.
Like, you know,
wait, no, you can't say that Titanfall did that.
Well, yeah, to me that was still weird. I thought it was weird that EA would put a game exclusive to a console.
You know why? When somebody doesn't support on one console and they want to do, and they know it'll do good on a multiplat, they're going to put it on the multiplat because they're going to make more money.
Yeah.
If you're not going to support the game, then, you know, at least Sony, I'll give Sony one thing. If a game doesn't do well, they will at least, like we talked earlier, you know, talk with their, you know, counterparts and say, hey, all right, didn't do good. Let's make a sequel. Let's do it better, market it better, and do what we can. But they'll keep it an exclusive, and it does better.
They don't.
Yeah, I think it really shows. I think it really shows the difference in the companies that an amazing game like Sunset Overdrive has yet to get a sequel, but we got Knack 2.
Yep.
What's kind of sad is they the Forza Horizon developer is making a new game, not racing, and it's going to be multi-plat.
Yeah, well, I mean, what's his name? Phil Spencer, actually. Really? Yeah, that's true.
I thought Microsoft owned them.
No. They only own
Turn 10. Yeah, they own Turn 10. The other developer, they're making an open world game, something brand new.
Not even a racing game.
Yeah, Playground Studio or something like that. That's what it's called.
Okay, Playground. I was confused. I thought you were talking about Turn 10. I'm like, but doesn't Microsoft own Turn 10? I was confused.
No, and the thing is, though, is that they actually came to Microsoft and actually pitched them to see if they wanted to go exclusive, and Microsoft said no.
Yeah.
Yep. I believe it.
But I want to something Mr. Coleone said is correct, and I know we'll move into this here in a minute. But you have to know, if you buy an Xbox, whether it's the Xbox S or the new one, that the games that you're going to be getting are not going to be single-player based games. That's not where Microsoft's focus is anymore. They've moved on from that because, again, like you all said earlier, people did not, for whatever reason. I mean, it's people got different tastes. They didn't go out and support those type of games. So you can't try not to expect. This is no knock. I mean, I understand what you're saying. But if you're expecting games like that, maybe hold off until E3 because people are right.
I fully agree.
You know what? I got something to say with that. Craig. Phil talks about how he's a gamer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he wants games and he wants people to support games, right?
Yeah.
Then why are you hanging out in a fucking? Because it was sent to me. Why are you hanging out in a party with crap gamer who don't play games? I got the shit. Why are you hanging out with people that don't fucking play games and talking to them? Because you're talking to people and you're going to ruin the fucking company by the way you're running it. You're hanging out with low-life pieces of shit that don't play games, don't finish games, talk shit about games, and all they do, excuse my mouth, and I'll have to put it on rated R, is suck his dick. They're going on. You guys there?
I was letting you finish.
Can you hear me?
I was letting you finish. I thought you were still going.
I thought the shit was I was like, what happened?
I was like, it just got quiet, man.
No, I'm being serious. No, I mean, he was in a chat with people like that. Come on now. And
she was mad, man.
Yeah, you just gotta
sounds like a 20-minute pause.
And when 20 minutes was 10 seconds. Come on, Mr. Coleone, don't exaggerate. 20 seconds.
I swear to God, I'm looking at my chords. I muted myself. I'm like, hello?
Yeah, no,
my shit must be off or something.
I can say hello too because you guys weren't responding because I thought somebody would respond. But no,
I had to go back and look to see if I muted myself too.
I'm being serious. He talks about he's trying to do all this shit, but yeah, you're hanging out with people like fucking crap gamer. He was in chat. I had people sending me the shit because they wound up in the chat. They said we want you to know this because people send me information. I got friends on Xbox, okay? And they send me information when they find out information because they know I do a podcast. So I get down low on a lot of shit, okay? He was in there having a good old time where he said he'd never be with people that, don't support gaming and everything else. Well, then evidently you don't support gaming because you're hanging with people that don't even game.
Yeah, but you chronicle very well at the beginning how they're canceling studios, pushing things back, and that's what they're going to do. I mean, they're going to be they're very heavily interested in seeing how this new game that I guess EA is doing, Anthem. They're heavily invested in watching that because that's a new model of the play. What they want to do, just to bring that type of game. So again, unfortunately, we're not going to see games like Horizon Zero Dawn in the sense that it's a single player offline game. That's not what Microsoft will concentrate on. That's not their main focus. So we'll get some games like that, but we got to know that going into that ecosystem.
Just like that,
we got to know that ecosystem.
Craig, just like that Star Wars game that got postponed to next gen. That game's going to be
but like who's not going to go out? I'm a big Star Wars fan. Who's not going to go buy a Star Wars game?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's the
EA,
model.
EA has that on lock. They have like 2 or 3 more Stars games. So, Titanfall devs are working on one. The people that Visceral, they handed their game over, but they want it to be like Destiny. That's the new motto for games: loot boxes, DLC, microtransactions.
I don't mind the DLC, but I don't even mind loot boxes like in Shadow of War. It's unneeded. But
you try to bait people hard with your Twitter. It was funny.
Guys, I gotta say one thing. Before I forget, because it just came to my mind. Because like I said, I got a cold and I've been taking medication. I don't want to drift out of my mind. Okay, now you're laughing, but it's serious. I'm serious. Okay, I just played a game on Xbox, and it's the only console it's on. It's on PC, but it's on, which is gigantic. Which the way they made it on the console, they did a good job.
That studio closed.
So I am giving them props. Okay, I am giving them props when they do it right.
Okay, that studio closed though. It's gone. That game
only
now
the
the studio's gone. Of course. Do a game and then studio's gone now. See, that's what I'm saying about Xbox. See,
that wasn't Xbox. Okay, now first of all, Xbox was like really heavily funding that game, and then they pulled out like a long time ago.
But I'm saying it was exclusive to Xbox and PC.
Yeah, but I mean I think that was just simply the developers were already working on Xbox, so therefore they kind of just kept it that way. I think it was going to be going timed or kind of probably timed anyway, or even staying that way. I'm not sure.
My point is that they did something good, and now they're not even going to associate that they're gone now from Xbox.
Well, no, the company's gone. The company's gone.
There's the question. But they're not going to do an exclusive for Xbox no more. You just said it.
But the company's gone. The company's closed.
Because nobody funded them. Xbox fucking walked out on them.
Okay, I was like going. I just want to make sure it wasn't because like they're choosing not to do it, or what I'm saying is it's completely closed. Like it's no more.
Because Xbox once again used somebody and threw them away, and then they had to close.
Well, they got to do something.
It's called the Trump factor. You got trumped.
They got to do something over there. Like I think maybe E3 will maybe get like 2 new games. We'll probably see 2 new games, but like they need time. I know you guys want to see the games, but they're not going to come. Like even Phil Spencer says, we're not going to show you new games. Like I don't think he can do it. Like
and that's why going in, like if you buy the Xbox X now, do not complain about not having any new games. Because that's
what he said. He said that. He says we weren't going to go up stage and show you all these new, because they don't have studios. They don't really have the studios for that.
Well, then that's why I will not buy an Xbox One X, because if you ain't going to give me no new games, I'm not paying $500 for backwards compat. I can get that on my Xbox. I get that on my Xbox, my regular Xbox.
Yeah, which is where the final decision needs to be, do you think it's worth it? If you want to go back and play, like I said, Oblivion and Fallout and games like that, good games. I mean, this is give those games props, okay?
I'm not saying they're not good games, but they're not worth me buying it. They're not worth me paying for it again and paying $500 for a console just to have better graphics. You
can play all those.
I agree.
Right, you can go get the system and go play them old ass games, man. They gotta be focused on new shit.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Then if you're in the new train, wait till E3. If you want to go back and play the older stuff, wax nostalgia, 2014, 2015, whatever.
I never even had an Xbox then, so I would be like something like that should interest me. But a lot of times the controls is real whack, and I feel like if you're gonna redo something, or if you're gonna backwards compatibility it or whatever the fuck. Man, do it all the way. Like, really go out and like put the work in. Like, change, because they be like, "Well, you ain't gonna get to play it how we played it." Like, nah, who wants to play it fucked up? I want to play it how we're playing now. So if you're gonna change and do that type of stuff and put some graphics to it, I definitely like. There's a lot of Rockstar games I wish they would refurbish and bring back out. But
well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wait for the next train. Chugga 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 chugga.
Are they doing?
I'll wait for the next train.
One of my homies was talking about this game that they used to play on Xbox. That was real good.
Ninja Gaiden?
No, not Ninja Gaiden. I think it was like robots or some shit.
Like robots.
Mecha Soul. Yeah, they said they used to love Mecha Soul.
Soul.
That's a game that
Xbox needs a new Ninja Gaiden. He's right. They need new.
But no, I'm just saying, like I would play like that on backwards compatibility and shit.
Well, Capcom does owe Xbox an IP, like a game. They do owe them a game. Like, but Capcom's kind of like in the hole right now because it's rumors that they're getting bought.
Yeah, I heard they finna be gone. Yeah.
Yeah, their games are gonna probably get their IPs are probably gonna get distributed, and Visceral Games was closed, and that's a good sign. Microsoft, go over there and buy them. Like, you got the money for it, you better off going.
Okay, that's the thing though.
Shit, man.
I'm like with Craig. Like, they don't care about adding studios. They don't care about doing that. They're there. What the Xbox One X and the Xbox One X1, 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 whatever the hell it's gonna be called. It's going to be basically the Steam platform for consoles. Like, it's not going to be Steam. It's not going to have Steam on it, but it's going to be like, if you know what Steam is, like, it has no first party IPs. It has, like, that's a best place on PC to go play your third party games. That's going to be your Xbox. That's where they're headed. Like, sure, they'll have like
I had a question. Why don't they want any exclusive for the console?
Because wait,
let me finish. But that's what sells consoles sometimes is the exclusives on the console. So why wouldn't they want that?
Because if you look at Gabe Newell, he just became a billionaire off of just sitting back and doing shit besides letting people go to a platform on a computer and buy games. He didn't have to do shit. All he does is sit back and just let people buy games, and the 30% that he gets from people buying games, he's made himself being a billionaire. That's what Microsoft is looking for, a cash cow. They want to turn all their products into a cash cow. That's what Satya Nadella has already said.
But I don't know if that's going to happen when
it won't happen. It won't happen to the level of Steam because there's not enough gamers that game on Xbox to do it.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
But it still will be a steady
started. Wait till Sea of Thieves. Wait till Sea of Thieves come out. Sea of Thieves is going to have like a lot of that stuff involved. Like,
it's going to have a ton of microtransactions.
But the one thing people want to realize is that if that's the way the Xbox division can make money, they got to do that because the rest of Microsoft is making a lot of money.
Yeah,
it's a separate division. They're not hand in hand. It's like the cloud is different from Microsoft. People don't realize that it's different. It's not the same division.
They don't really need Xbox. Microsoft is fine without it. They don't need it.
Xbox is trying to do something to put their name up there in the rackets of everybody else.
Oh yeah. I'm somebody who really supports the whole play anywhere, cross buy with PC kind of thing that Microsoft's been doing. But what I don't understand about it from a business sense is because the reason for exclusives is to make people buy your product, right? So my question for a lot of people is like, why get an Xbox? Just get a PC. You can play all the same games. That's kind of like Sony and Nintendo have that on lock. You buy those consoles for the Uncharteds and the Horizon Zero Dawns and the Marios and the Zeldas, and then you stay for all the third-party support that it gets, right?
Yeah.
But for Xbox, I can't make an argument for either side because as far as third-party support goes, PC is always going to be better. And as far as first-party support goes, well, you can still play all those games on the PC anyways. That's where I struggle. I love Xbox. I bought an Xbox One X, but that's where I struggle.
I think that the Play Anywhere is a great initiative for gamers. I think that it's actually a detriment to the Xbox brand because
absolutely. That's where I'm at too.
Just like you said, I mean, how many PC gamers? We're just gonna use PC gamers have bought a PlayStation 4 for the Uncharted or whatever. I mean, just whatever exclusive, you just name it. And then they happened to play on there. They played a little bit of multiplayer on there. They found out, Joe Bob 75 was, a pretty good guy, and they're gonna hang out and play the game together. Well, then Joe Bob 75 was like, dude, I'm getting that Call of Duty World War II. How about you pick that up and we'll play Call of Duty World War II together? He's like, but no, man, I'm a PC gamer. I'm gonna be playing on PC. It's like he just keeps on or whatever, and the guy ends up, the PC gamer is like, okay, well, it's not going to hurt to buy the one game on console. So he buys the Call of Duty. Then Sony has already made the money off of the exclusive, the console sale from the PC gamer, and now that third-party sale. And that happens more so now. Now, what happens on the end of the PC gamer is an Xbox gamer can't say, come get an Xbox to play Gears of War 4. Because it's like, okay, well, I can buy it on my PC. I don't even need to go over there. I can, yeah, come get the copy of Sunset Overdrive. Not Sunset Overdrive. I mean, we're trying to think of new games coming out. Come get the copy of Forza 7. Well, no, Forza 7's there. What about Crackdown 3? Nope, Crackdown 3's on the PC. So they don't get the benefit of that one gamer that buys the console for the exclusive and then happens to buy a third-party game on there as well, because that's another 30% that goes into Microsoft's pocket.
And you know what, Rambo? They're putting they're like Xbox PC's getting Xbox games, but Xbox games they aren't getting anything for PC, like Jade Empire.
No, yeah, that's what I don't understand. Is like why like every game that's on the Xbox platform is going to PC, but PC doesn't have to share. From
and
them,
they don't have to pay for online, and they get the best graphics and all that. All that.
Yeah, it makes no sense. I mean, we know that, but a lot of people argue that the Xbox One X compares to a $2,000 PC.
But the paying for online thing, like even the paying for online thing, like that's really not fair. They can just
that's what Cold Eastwood said, because some PC fucking magazine said they were building a Xbox One X comparable PC, and it ended up costing $2,000 because they had to include the UHD drive.
Yeah.
I'm like going, first of all, the comparable build, you wouldn't even need a UHD drive because, first of all, that's not required for gaming. Like, if you're going to include everything the Xbox One X has that the PC don't have, well, then you need to also include everything the PC can do that the Xbox One X can't do.
Yep.
If you're gonna make a full comparable build like that based on what one can do that the other can't, then it's only fair that the Xbox One X gets shit added to it where it can't do spreadsheets, it can't do taxes, it can't do full online support, it can't play Steam. All these different things like that should be added to the Xbox One X too.
Well, what you just did there, Rambo, is called critical thinking. And again, that's lacking in that community. So, I mean, literally, that's what you just did. Yeah, I mean, but I've heard you, I've seen you type that on Twitter before, something similar to that, make an even comparison. And they're not about the games. They're about bragging. They want to get online and say, we have something you don't have. Therefore, we're better on this side.
That is all that they're looking for. They don't give a shit about anything else.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's only 5% of them.
Oh yeah. That's the reason why. That's the reason why. Like I follow Fizz and you or whatever like that, because like these are actual Xbox gamers that are actually gamers. The ones that are out there that actually do game. And if I do want to hop into a party chat and play a game with somebody, I know they're actually going to be playing a game, and I don't have to interrupt their Netflix show.
Yeah, good like being interrupted when I'm playing. I was playing Life is Strange a few weeks ago, and somebody was wanting to talk to me about stuff. I'm like, I'm playing Life is Strange.
You were okay. You and me we're brothers here, man. Because my son will play a damn single player game with somebody in his damn ear talking to him. I'm like, no, that is if I'm playing a single player game, all my notifications are off because you can't fuck with me during a single player game.
Yeah,
I'm about the game, not about listening to how your day went.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Rambo. I could sit there and talk in the air and you'd love it.
Oh, not whenever I'm playing a single player, man, huh?
I'm only playing with you. Listen, we've talked enough about the Xbox shit. Let's move on because I've got some other shit to go through.
Can I do something just real quick?
Yeah.
My wife just came in and she was like, you gotta pause it for 5 minutes, whatever, so I muted myself, and she ended up buying me just for some random thing. She went out to get some Red Bull, but she came back with an Atari 2600, Pitfall, and Pac-Man.
Well, nice.
Yeah, so I'm ready to actually hook this thing up to my TV because this thing brings back so many memories. Pitfall is like the game. I love that game.
That's the hardest shit I ever played. One of the hardest games I ever played. For some reason, I couldn't do that shit.
Oh, I loved it, man. That and Pac-Man for sure. But then, of course, Pong. She said they actually had a real original Pong console. Like that's the console I started with.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that if they have it, I'm gonna go back up there and buy it.
I was like a little bitty ass.
Like you said,
but we didn't have that shit. My cousins and them had that shit, so I used to be over their house and play that shit. Like my first system was the NES. But
oh wow.
Well, let's move on. I'm glad you bought those things, and I hope you find something else you want over there, Rambo. That'd be nice. With the old stuff, that'd be great. But let's move on because Paris game week happened.
Yep.
I hope you guys know that. I hope you guys watched it. I think YouTubers like Jabari covered the event. I think he covered it pretty good. Okay. And I did see some good games. Like my favorite games were Ghost of Tsushima and Detroit. You know, I did like how Sony included the PS VR games and the indies. Overall, it was a good show, but I was really hoping for that one announcement that would blow me away, which I didn't get.
Really?
I don't care. I didn't care so much about God of War and Spider-Man because I know I'm already getting those games. So I didn't care about those. Okay.
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima, I can't say it, but that game was what it was for me.
Yeah, that me too. Like that didn't blow you away.
No, let me can I say something about that? That game looks interesting, but I really want to see how that game is going to be. I don't want it just to be like a Infamous clone where
there's no superpowers on there. It's all going to be samurai, full on samurai.
No, I said those were the games that were my favorites.
Yeah, I know.
But I was looking for something else that would blow me away other than those.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But we know those are coming.
I told you I got a cold. I got a head cold. Come on now.
That was coming. Like I was looking forward to seeing FromSoft. I was looking forward to see From Software's new game. Like I was hoping they were going to show that the new Bloodborne or whatever it would be. Like I was hoping to see that.
It's like the God of War and Spider-Man. So I don't want to see them until I get them in my hands, okay? Because I know they're coming out, okay? I want to know what your guys' thoughts were on the Paris Game Week.
I loved it. I was like the Ghost of Tsushima, whatever the fuck that word is.
Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima.
Well,
Ghost of Sushi.
Just call it the Sucker Punch game.
I just say Ghost of, and then when I type the shit in the thing, I keep waiting for Google to fill it in. But but the Ghost of that thing, that really is that made the whole damn thing for me. The Concrete Genie, I cannot actually wait for because that looks like one of the games that
that reminded me of Dreams.
Yeah, to me it looks like it has a very strong good story narrative on there.
Erica looks cool.
Erica does look cool as well too, and I hear that's actually a full-length 1.5 hour to 2 hour game, like a full-length movie.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to play that one. And that game, Oure, O-U-R-E. I actually bought that on PS4 because like that where you play the dragon and you do the puzzles.
It's called Ori.
Yeah, Ori. I bought that because that looked really good with like a nice little story and a nice.
Ori's a good game.
Now. There's a lot of stupidity that came out of the Paris Games Week, but other than that, I mean, I loved it. I thought it went off really well, and I thought they did a good job at presenting it.
Yeah,
seeing that Shadow of Colossus gameplay was cool too.
Oh yeah, I bought that one already too. I'm not gonna miss it this time around because I've missed it in PS2 and PS3, but I've made sure I pre-ordered it so I wouldn't forget it.
Oh my dude, you're in for a treat.
Yeah,
I'm so happy.
Yeah, me too.
I haven't played it either.
Yeah, I really like the Detroit Become Human. I'm a big fan of what they're doing with that. I had I had a little visceral reaction. I'm like, if I get that scenario in my game, I'm killing that dude.
Oh, me too. I've already made up my mind.
I don't know how that line works up to that. Maybe something will present itself, but I enjoyed that. I've been really following that game real close online. The God of War was good to see the actual. What I've noticed about that is from the first trailer we saw, I guess, 1.5 years ago or something like that, how that game has really progressed as far as the way it looks. I was glad we saw some combat. It was good to see I agree with the VR games. If you bought VR, and you're getting rewarded. Sony's going 2 feet in. They look like they have some interesting titles. So, and my goodness, what can you say about The Last of Us 2? I mean, they were talking about that on the Today Show.
Oh man!
So I mean, it's yeah. So it's so good for them. It's really a slap in the face to people who were saying that single player exclusive games. But it doesn't matter if it's single player or not. Exclusive games do matter.
Oh yeah,
they really blew their doors the last 7 or 8 games. It was just all exclusive after exclusive, and just so it was interesting. Just can't wait for them to come out. No few months away with those games.
I agree.
I felt like I wasn't even like Paris wasn't even on my radar for some reason. I think I was going through some shit that week, but when I
Mr.
did sit down,
You did not say that.
what?
That
Yeah,
wasn't on your radar.
it wasn't on my radar. I found out
The gamer you are, it ain't on your radar.
yeah, I swear to God, I have a
It's not
life.
mine
You
either.
must be going through some shit.
You feel me?
Yeah,
I just told you I had to cancel a bitch earlier today. You know what I'm saying? It's
Oh,
part
that's
of
right.
my
You did do
French.
that. All right. No,
But
you're
since
right.
we in Paris, you know what I'm saying? We. But
He said we.
the shit that I seen, I felt like I'm gonna stop. And the reason why it wasn't on my radar is because I'm trying to stop being all like, oh, I can't wait to see what they gonna show, and then when they don't show nothing, I'm not as disappointed as everybody. You feel me?
But see,
I think the
that's
best.
why you don't do that, Corleone. You don't say, I can't wait to see what they're going to show. You just wait until it comes, watch it, and then do your
everybody
thing.
have a different emotion, how they carry this. So, like, I'm like a kid at a candy store with these video games, so it's like, I'm all like, oh, anticipating E3 and shit. I got potato chips and shit and a banana or whatnot.
I hope you got a good dip.
Right, you just like, shit, I'm finna watch the motherfucking E3 or Ubisoft or whoever.
Yeah.
I like the Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
I like that trailer. I also like, I don't want to talk about I mean, The Last of Us was cold, but the thing that blew me away was the Detroit Become Human, because I wasn't checking for that game anymore. When I seen the part with Jesse Williams, I kind of got turned off because it felt like Black Lives. Let me not even talk about that.
Yeah, I
just didn't like the way it was portrayed when he was on. So I didn't really want to rock.
Yeah, no, I get that.
But when I seen this trailer, yeah, when I seen this trailer, it blew me away. It kind of like, I was just like, damn, they on that type of level with it. So now I see they not just touching it from this angle; they're gonna be touching it from all different angles. It's gonna have that heavy rain of effect to it.
Bullshit.
I'm definitely I think it's gonna be cold. I think it's gonna be a cold game.
I think it's gonna be a lot.
Like when I seen that, I felt like I was like, cause you got the choice. You could kill this motherfucker, or you can, let him beat his daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like they was just giving you choices. So I'm like, man, this game is sick now.
You just, Mr. Corleone, before you continue, you brought up something else that I want to ask you guys about, and I'll let you start with it.
No.
With The Last of Us, that woman, the way they had her built, she looked like a spiky ass bitch from the back.
That was a transgender.
She looked like Cyborg from UFC.
But supposedly,
that was
from
the man.
way it looks, it's Ellie's mom.
No, that was the man.
Because they went to cut something out of her stomach. I don't know if they were going backwards in time or what.
That was Cyborg from UFC.
No, that was a woman.
I don't know what the fuck that was, but
that looked like a man to me, man. But yeah, that looked like a man with a woman.
She had something in her, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't know. Like, I started watching people, because I thought a lot of people would have more. Like, I'm really into the game, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just
me
like,
too.
Some of that shit'll go over your head. I'm like, I ain't hear her talk about nobody's daughter. Like, I didn't play it 4-5 times. I ran through it once, and I felt like it was a spectacular game, and I left it at that. But it was like it's her mother and all that. I'm like, that's interesting that they would show it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that I'm thinking they go back in time, and that's why when you saw the original thing of The Last of Us when they first showed it at E3, she was like, "I'm gonna get you. I can't believe you did this."
Yeah,
which
but that wasn't
somehow.
That wasn't really like the biggest thing that impressed me. Like it was impressive. It was good to see it, but I wasn't that impressed.
Why did they have a woman? Why they have a woman look like a fucking dude?
Well, hold on. Before y'all even do that, let me just get the rest of my shit.
Okay.
I'm gonna be talking about Last of Us for a long time. Yeah,
Titanfall. Some people might get offended. You know, like how the new world is now. Like,
wait, how am I going to be offended?
No, not you. I said like other people that may be.
Yeah, you just got the channel back. He said be good or something. I don't know.
I'm just asking. Why does she look like a dude?
Because she got some shit in her. You could tell like she was about to turn into Alter Beast. She about to fight
the new enemy.
She about to fight the motherfuckers with a hammer, Joe. So she has something in her. And then dude got a bow and arrow, and the chick, shit, her fucking arm shattered. They done broke her shit in like 12 places. So.
All right, but go ahead, Corleone. Continue what you were saying.
I mean, I love it. I was very interested in that trailer, but the thing that blew me away was the Detroit Become Human. I did have a problem with the God of War trailer. I felt like the son was talking a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? Like he was over here, and then he had, Kratos is like, "Thou shalt not fuck with me. I'll crush your head." And then his son is like on some awesome. I didn't really. I felt like
that's like The Last of Us. It's very similar to The Last of Us.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Ellie, you know what I'm saying? Ellie would talk, but she would not talk like that. Like
well, not as far as like dialogue, but like
I felt like when it was coming through, it was like up here, go there, oh cool, and all this stuff. Like, damn.
Well, Ellie is what, 14 in The Last of Us, and that's just a little kid.
16, I forget.
I don't know. Like, I just don't. What I'm saying is that the young man, he annoyed me. Okay, and I wasn't. I wasn't feeling him.
Yeah.
Because when you play God of War ain't nothing like Last of Us. So you trying to push a whole different type of narrative on me as a consumer. So my thought process is like, man, I don't even know if I'm even like this like that.
Well, they've already said they're changing everything up about it.
It looked good. It looked beautiful. It just y'all didn't feel like the son was talking too much. Like
no, I can't. It definitely made me ready for it. I can't wait.
It looks good. It might have that feature where it comes to your controller with that speaker, and he's going to be right in your controller.
I'm gonna probably be mad if I have it. Well, you can probably turn that off. I'm pretty sure. You know what I'm saying? But the other game, what else was there? The VR, my homie got the VR, so I told him to watch those videos. I kind of skipped through those. I had them all written down. There was a game where this guy was walking around and he would paint the walls with this brush, and then he kept getting bullied. That game looked pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't remember the name of it offhand. Let me see if I still got my list. I apologize.
Why are you looking at your list? I'm gonna say that Detroit.
Actually, I got it right here. I
I was just gonna say Detroit made me a little upset when they had the abusive father in there because he needed his ass whooped.
He looked just like the dude that was a detective on Heavy Rain, though. Didn't he kind of look like dude on Heavy Rain?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. The game is called Concrete Genie and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, Rambo mentioned that earlier.
Yeah.
I like that game. And then as far as anything else, the Spider-Man was pretty interesting. But I think a lot of that got pushed. Because Sick Humor TV, he was talking about that shit, how they pushed all that shit up because, Xbox came out with the power. Like, shit.
Oh, there's no
multiplats come out. This is multiplats.
But you know what? They don't matter if it got power. They ain't got games to do them backwards compat with everything.
No, I'm just saying, multiplat is the motherfucking, like, that shit is for multiplat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
when all the multiplats come out, this is multiplat season. This is when the multiplats come out.
That's what they know. You get multiplats every month, and you get exclusives you get exclusives every month for PlayStation. Well, you gotta have something to play. You got multiplats.
Not to take off of that conversation because I know you want to talk about The Last of Us. Those were the games that those were the games.
Nobody wants to just talk about The Last of Us. That was just a question because you had mentioned it and you jogged my memory about that scene.
Don't get me wrong. I love Last of Us. I love that shit.
I think Nathan Drake is Ellie's great ancestor.
Crazy.
They're linked somehow. I think in a way. I think they are linked.
Yeah.
So that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy if they linked The Last of Us with Drake, like that was his ancestor, and then made a new game. That'd be crazy.
They could do it. They could just throw small Easter eggs in there.
That was my Uncle Drake.
No, but I'm curious to know.
My great Uncle Drake.
Conference was okay to me. A lot of games didn't really appeal to me. A couple games I'll get. But I'm curious, what will they show at PSX? Because mostly everything they showed was there.
Gameplay and release dates.
Yeah, prior release dates, and then I think we'll probably see the Avengers game, the new Tomb Raider, because we haven't seen those yet.
Yeah,
go see the game you was just talking about. You go to see that game, the one from Software. That's
I'm hoping that'll be there. I'm wondering where Shenmue 3 is.
They very strategic. They've been playing chess this generation.
Like
Shenmue, know what they doing, man.
Shenmue 3, and then also the Game Awards. They also announced games there as well at the Game Awards. So
You may see some Final Fantasy stuff, Final Fantasy 7. So
also, Death Stranding, the game everybody's saying is going to be game of the generation just because of Kojima.
Hell no.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Game of the generation.
Well,
because got to prove themselves. Goddamn it! I don't care what
man. You know, that man is the best man alive. You know, the way people worship that man is like
he ain't in my top 5.
No, but you don't see the comments like people make about that man.
Nah, I feel you. They be on his nuts. Him and what's his name? The host of the game. What's his name?
Jeff Keighley.
Yeah, he be Kojima. I love you. So blood man. So blood man.
Kojima's pretty fucking talented, man.
No, I'm not saying he's not dope. I'm just saying that. You know what I'm saying?
I want to see what he does outside Metal Gear.
I'm just like don't even take that shit serious.
That Death Stranding is like top on my fucking list of I cannot wait to get my hands on it because that shit looks so fucking twisted.
Even though you don't know what it's going to be,
right? But you don't even know what it's going to be about. That shit ain't coming out for like another 3
4 years. Well, the thing is though, or something, you know,
the twist. Well, no, I mean it's definitely about this whole baby thing and hook to Norman Reedus's belly and like that. I don't know that shit just like because Kojima has like such a fucked up mind that kind of goes like it kind of goes with like mine. So it definitely. Like I'm on track with it, man. Like I'm ready for that thing. I'm watching it, paying attention to it, because I love that fucked upness about it.
Well, I'm saying, what's fucked up about his mind? How you know his mind fucked up? Like you just
have you seen Metal Gear Solid? I mean, like this shit ain't normal. Like there's some you're like what?
Most of the shit that they be talking about though in Metal Gear Solid be some real secretive shit that really be going on. So it's not too far-fetched what he be talking about. I think he got the balls to display it. That's what I like about him.
Yeah, he's bold. He takes a lot of chances, and I like that in a creative person. He's a very creative mind.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not hyped about it. Like going, that's going to be game of the year shit like that. I don't know. I mean, I'm hyped.
No, somebody said game of the
No, I just want to see it.
People have said that. Like,
yeah, I just want to see it come out.
That game
I'm excited about it.
In The Last of Us 2. Like people are hyping that more than Last of Us 2. Like,
it's running on that new I think it's a Decima. I think he chose.
Him and
it will be shown at the Video Game Awards.
Him and Guerrilla Games. What's it called? Are working together. They built the engine together for Decima. So yeah, I mean it'll definitely be some top notch shit. Because I mean, you saw what happened with Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, people were still blown. Yeah, that's a good game. That's a good game.
Hey guys, I'm gonna move on to the last thing because we're working on 2 hours already.
Oh geez,
good thing. We've been flowing, and you know what? This makes me happy, and I feel a lot better, even though I feel like crap with my head cold, but this just make me feel a lot better. Chat's going wild, and I love it. Okay, they wanted us back. They got us back. So we're gonna end this on a good note. Two things. I'm gonna start with that. I personally am gonna be playing some Call of Duty World War II tonight. Okay,
I'm playing that right now.
Well, that's what I'm playing. I'll play it a little bit. I like the graphics. I like the gameplay so far. I like that you can die. You just can't find health that easy. It's a challenge. I like that about it. Okay. I also have some other games I have to catch up on that I'm going to be doing over the weekend and whatever. I personally beat so far 78 games so far this year, and it's been fun. 78. And I want to ask you guys: are there any games you're looking forward to this month, or that you have to catch up to this month?
Let me go first. Games I need to catch up on. Well, I'm beating Cuphead this weekend. Or I'm at least fucking killing the Dice King. Because our Dice Head, whatever the fuck his name is, he going down this weekend. Because he been a thorn in my side, but I ain't really had time to focus.
Oh, just go get him.
Yeah, you gotta catch up to me though. But
I already caught up to you. I only got one last person to beat, and I'm done with the game. So what are you talking about?
Oh, you passed me already?
I done passed your ass. So yeah. So go ahead, keep talking. Go ahead, finish up.
You was a world behind me last time I had checked.
I ain't the world behind you. I got one last person to beat. The one that's a pain in my ass, and I let it go for a while.
All right. Well, I'm finna get on it then since you talking. But yeah, that Star Wars. I'm playing this Call of Duty. I'm just telling y'all now the servers on PS4 is real funny right now. They real janky.
It's bad. I'm literally playing right now, and
it's Call of Duty.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's janky all the way around. Xbox like that, like you know the guy with the original Million Gamer Score dude, the Ray got what his name is, Ray
Stallion?
something.
Yeah, Stallion.
He wasn't even like he had it pre-ordered, and whenever he went to go play it after like the next day, we're talking to actual today, he went to play it. It said the game hasn't released yet. And whenever people were playing, like people were online actually trying to play last night on Xbox and PlayStation, and even today, still saying that the servers were fucked up.
Yeah, when I tried to play last night, it wasn't working.
It's not just a PlayStation thing; it's like it's all three platforms.
Well, no, I was just saying because I didn't know because I was
yeah.
Because the whole time we've been in the podcast, I've been trying to play. I've been playing off and on. I've been doing good too.
Wait. There's problems with Call of Duty. Wait a minute. I kind of missed that because I was jumping in and out.
Yeah,
the online servers,
online. With online.
The online servers are pretty trash.
I haven't had any problems yet.
Like when you play a game, it's been kicking me out like every time.
It just depends on.
But I think if you playing with somebody, if you playing with a friend, that's probably what it. Like if I was playing by myself, it probably just.
Oh, so multiplayer is kicking you out.
Yeah, multiplayer. Yeah, the online portion of it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
I'm playing right now, and I just froze.
I didn't start playing the multiplayer part. I started playing the campaign part.
But
I'm frozen right now in the headquarters.
Star Wars, I'm getting that because I already paid for it, and then I'm just working on my backlog. You know what I'm saying? Like I still got Hellblade to beat. I still got to beat Horizon Zero Dawn, but I beat some strong titles this year.
Yeah,
you didn't beat 78 of them.
Nah, I ain't got to be 78 because my games might add up over your 78. You know what I'm saying?
Your games come on, I beat Hellblade already. You haven't beat that bitch yet?
Did anyone put 250 hours in the game like I did?
Which game you talking about?
Persona 5.
Persona 5? No, I haven't beat 250 hours. No.
I ain't got 250 hours for no motherfucking Persona 5.
Real talk. Did any of you beat Persona 5?
I beat it.
Nah. I ain't beat Persona 5.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie now.
I kind of don't like it now. It's getting all popular, and people are calling it the best, and I don't really agree.
It is. My heart hurts right now. You guys got to get on that.
They liked it a lot.
No, they liked it a lot, but people think it's better than 4.
I
don't think it's better than 4.
RPG
I don't think it's better than 4 yet. I don't know. I'll need to sleep on it for a few months, but I really love it. It's my current game of the year.
You need to sleep on it for a few months?
I'm telling you, that new Shin Megami Tensei 5, though, that's going to be the...
I do. I need to sleep on it for a few months before I know. Oh, not sleep on it, but dwell on it for a few months before I know.
I'm busting your chops. Come on. You got to know, you come to podcast, you're going to get your chops busted. It is what it is.
I know.
We play a lot here, but we love each other here, so it's all that matters. You know, we're cool with each other. We love each other as gamers, and that's what matters. We have fun together.
But it's good. It's good. I really like it. It's my current game of the year, so I recommend playing it.
All right. Anybody else?
Let's see. I've been playing. Well, I mean, I never get to tell you like what I've been playing, but I've been playing Wolfenstein 2. I started Assassin's Creed Origins and I turned it completely off because I wasn't ready to play a fucking RPG. I was kind of disappointed to see that they swapped out the action adventure for a full-fledged RPG. So I'll be going back to it, but I'll give it back when I actually have more time to dedicate to one game.
Yeah.
So I jumped on Call of Duty World War II, jumped on the store, started buying a shit ton of games. I'm ready for Need for Speed, not Rivals, but Payback to come out because that looks like the Fast and Furious of the Need for Speed. So I'm really wanting to get back into that. I'll be playing one because okay, let me little quick secret about myself. I've actually personally bought probably this is my 14th Xbox One that I've bought this gen.
I saw your post about that.
Me?
Yeah, well, yeah, my 14th. Because I'll buy one, and then I'll play the exclusives. And my OCD, for some reason, I don't know if it's my OCD or just whatever, but it can't stand seeing that box sit on my shelf and never playing it. So I'll sell it. Just get the hell out of here because there's no more, there's no more exclusives to play. And then, months go by, and then another exclusive comes out, so I'll go buy another console.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so you don't have 14 in your house.
No, God, no. I only have one.
Oh, okay.
But
I thought you said you had 14 in your house. I was going to say, come on, Rambo, we're putting you in a room with 4 padded walls. You're going to be worse than Tim Dog.
Yeah, no kidding. I sold my I sold the last one I had before Cuphead came out. So I had bought Cuphead and have it on, have it ready to go, but I just now got my Xbox One back, so I'll probably be spending a lot of time beating that, and I'm gonna try to 1,000 gamer score, like 100% it. So that's probably where I'll be spending most of my time, that and then on my Atari.
Okay. Cool. Anybody else?
No, my month is mostly going to be Call of Duty and Battlefront. I'll get back into my backlog next month. But the only things I'll be playing aside from those two are probably going to be like stuff on my Vita or maybe my Switch a little bit. Yeah. Because I already beat Mario, but I do have some Vita backlog games that I can play when I'm out of the house. But when I'm in the house, it's Battlefront and World War II all the way.
Like I said, I wanted to actually beat 100 games this year, but I'm only at 78, and I don't have much time left. 2 months is not a long time to get that other, 32 games. So if I hit 85, I'll be happy. I will, because that's the most I've ever beat in a year in a long time. Plus with the backlog I got, so I'll be proud of myself for doing that as a gamer. Okay. Now, before we leave and do outros, does anybody have anything that they want to bring up?
Well, I still didn't tell my
games fans that are watching, any subjects that maybe I forgot about, or something I didn't bring up that you feel pertinent to the gaming community? Please bring it up now.
I still got to tell my games that I was playing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm going through I Am Setsuna. Hoping to get. I got to start Final Fantasy 12. I got Grand Kingdom, Exist Archive. I got a lot of RPGs. That's why I don't beat a lot of games, because I got a lot of long games. Good too. And then December's going to be Xenoblade 2. So that's going to be highly competitive with my game of the year. Between I got to see how that is, and then with Zelda. So and then January is pretty packed. I'm gonna have to narrow it down to a couple games in January. But,
I'm gonna have to set you up. If I get a Switch, we're gonna be playing Frozen.
Yeah, I still got to get Street Fighter. I'm gonna get Street Fighter. You're probably gonna whoop my ass because I'm garbage, but
you're gonna have to get some Street Fighter and play me, because if you're playing that much on Switch and I get a game, you may whoop my ass. So
we're gonna get on that DBZ fight. We're gonna get on that.
It's gonna be Switch for Switch.
That DBZ Fighters in January. We're gonna be on that. Definitely.
Sounds good to me. That sounds good to me. I love playing with everybody on the podcast. I love playing with everybody in general. I really do.
And stuff like that,
I do. It's
playing
fun.
games with community, man. People need to do it more.
The only thing I don't like is when you're playing them, especially in a fighting game, and they start doing good, right? And then you come back, and all of a sudden, they got a lag switch. All this lag comes in.
Or they don't want to play anymore.
It's a server every time. Now, because I watch it, and this shit is bad as hell. And, I can't stand that shit. Just if you lose, you just lose. I lose, and it ain't never no lag. If I just lose, I got my ass whooped. I just got my ass whooped, period. Am I mad? Yeah, I'm going to come back and get you next time. Let's play another round. But when you come back and beat their ass the next round, then they get mad and they rage quit.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But does anybody have anything they want to bring up before we do outros?
A couple of ads for Black Friday are leaking. I'm pretty sure Craig's seen a couple of them.
All right, go ahead.
They already have a 2DS for $80 going out.
Oh my!
The DS is going to be. I did a video on who will win the holiday. I think Nintendo's going to be a big competitor in the holiday. People are underestimating that DS. People are going to go out and run out and buy DSs like that. Things are going to be flying off the shelves. I seen PS4 Slims for like $200. I think on a Black Friday ad. I think they're giving you an Xbox One S for $180 with 3 games.
Yeah, that's I know they're doing it at the store, the Microsoft store.
No, so I think I seen this was at JCPenney, or not JC, it was one of the stores I seen because a couple of the ads leaked, but I can't wait to see these consoles like the S and the Slim. They're gonna be cheap.
The Kohl's one was 180 or 189 for the S and 199 for the Pro. I mean, for the Slim.
Yeah, they also are launching a white Pro next week. I don't know why they're doing that, but they're just doing it. A white
Didn't
version.
they already do that with Destiny?
Yeah, but they're a standalone Pro.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the
The
white
same
Pro.
day as the X. Yeah, the same day as the X. I don't know what
the white Pro was already launched in Japan, and they're just bringing it over to the West now.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's funny. It's
there
on
you
that
go.
same day though as the X.
Oh yeah, I don't think it's any sort of competition thing. I think it just simply happens to be the day that the first day they could get it over here.
I'm just waiting for that Monster Hunter Pro to come west.
What I
Yeah, no
encourage
shit.
everybody to do that's listening is listen to these guys that are here. Go to their channels because what's going to happen is when it comes to Black Friday, they're going to tell you where the deals are. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
and if I find the deals, I will tell you where the deals are. So check out everybody's channels.
Oh, I got another
Ads
one.
that they put up, you got to listen. If I put somebody on my podcast, they know what they're talking about. People, they know what they're talking about. Listen to them. They're giving you the best deals possible. They're giving you the best information from their hearts, from what they know. Because they've done it, they've been there, they played it, they know.
Save your money on these games. Target's ad, Shadow War and Assassin's Creed Origins are going to be $50 at Target between the 5th and the 11th.
So they're doing before Friday Black deals.
This is I make sure if anyone has Twitter, follow Cheap Ass Gamer. They always put up like the stuff on Twitter.
Yeah,
well, what I'm saying is, you said between the 5th and the 11th, so they're doing before Black Friday deals as well.
Yeah, they're doing. It says right here, Middle Earth Shadow War, $50, and Assassin's Creed Origins $50 as well. So,
Damn, the 5th.
All right, you guys, do me a favor, put these on your channels, okay? And everybody, their links are in the description box. Okay, they're going to be in the description box. Check out their channels. They'll tell you where to go throughout the month. When they find the deals, they're going to tell you. Please check out their channels. They're going to give you the best deal possible.
Money out here, you know, some of these games.
Find you the best deals. Where to go?
These games drop in price real quick. Like,
yeah, they do. Yeah. Well, listen, we're gonna close this out. We're almost on 2 hours now, and I gotta take my medicine soon. But anyway, listen, this was a top-notch podcast for coming back after this time. I mean, it's been 3 months since we've been on our regular channel. I appreciate every member of this podcast, and I give you all the utmost respect, okay? I thank you very much for bringing the gaming shit to the table. I love it with all my heart, okay? We're going to do outros right now, and we're going to start out with somebody who is right now just a guest, may become a permanent member if he wants. Mr. Fizz, do your outro.
Well, thanks for having me on. I actually really enjoyed it. Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to do it more often. But like she said, my links are all in the description. I make all kinds of videos. So, go ahead and stop on by. We'll hang out. But thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it.
You're more than welcome, and I appreciate you being here. Okay, then we're going to go with Frozen.
Thanks for having me. It was good. Good show tonight. I dropped 3 videos this week. Check out the Mario Rabbids real review. Great game. I did Who Will Win the Holiday. Did that video, and I did a Nintendo 2018 releases. What we gonna get from Nintendo? Just speaking on that. Yeah, check me out on Twitter, young_Gaki, and have a great weekend.
Okay, next we got Rambo.
Yeah, guys, you can check me out on Twitter at Rambo'scorner. You can check me out on YouTube too. I'm actually going to start doing some more videos here soon. So be looking out for that. I guess I'm going to try to get back into doing that. In the meantime, if you want to check out some of my reviews and stuff, you can come over to thelootgaming.com. I do write for them, and I wrote recently a Wolfenstein 2 review, and some other Evil Within 2 reviews. So if you want to go check those out and show that site some support, definitely get the idea of getting these independent sites out above in front of these mainstream sites where they seem to be writing nothing but garbage about us. So go check it out and see what you think.
All right, next we got Mr. Corleone.
Whew. It was a good show. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All right, man. Y'all have a great weekend. Thank you, everybody that came by and hung out with us. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you check out everybody's channel, but especially make sure you come check me out, Mr. Corleone 4, and follow me on Twitter at Just1Don. JUS1DON. Y'all have a good weekend.
Check out You the Most. Come on, Corleone. I'm gonna talk to you later. Anyway, we got Mr. Craig Harris and his pet rocks.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. Fun being back. Glad to see everybody's still doing good. Just keep it gaming. Everybody hit that like button. Just a great time. If you're going to go get the new console, go out and enjoy it. Don't make it more than it is. And, just play your games, guys. I'm looking forward to hearing all the reviews on Xbox X come next week. So let's keep it gaming.
All right. And last but not least, you got the TitanFallPrincess. I want to tell you guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming back to my main channel. I do apologize for it being down. It wasn't my fault. Somebody got butthurt and got it flagged. And, that happens. It happens. But it don't bring me down because I'm back with a vengeance. So it's okay. All right? So do me a favor. We got these people right now on a panel. Okay? Check out their channels. They're going to tell you what the deals are for Black Friday and the whole month, because now they're doing other deals throughout the whole month besides Black Friday. Okay? You just heard that live on this channel first. Check out the channels. And do me a favor, hit that like button. Come back next week because we'll be back. And you know why you want to come back and hit that like button? Because y'all love me. I'm out of here, and I'll see you next week. Thank you very much.